What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I'm back with another review of Tyler Perry's Sistas. I know that this is a very delayed review for episode 8 of season 5, but let's just go ahead and jump on into it. I had to sit with this episode because that Danny situation, I'm not really sure how to feel about it. I think I'm just going to go ahead and review this episode by itself and then do episode 9. So let's talk about it. As we already know, Danny has let Jonah in her house, but now she wants him to get out. She tells this man he needs to leave. He ends up calling her out her name, and he's mumbling stuff underneath his breath, and he puts hands on her. He slaps her. She can't believe that this is happening. Then he ends up spitting in her face. Not only did he spit in her face, they had a whole tussle on the floor, okay? They were literally on the ground tussling, okay? And he had the audacity to tell her that she was lucky that it was him, because had it been another man, she would have been dead. I said, well, damn, nigga. She was very close to it. If you really want to talk about it, she was very close to it, the way you had her pinned down and the way you were choking her. Are you serious? So that happens. Next thing you know, they make it outside. Danny is livid, okay? Now she's seeing complete red. She finds a pole outside, hits him with it, busts out his windows. And next thing you know, he gets in his car and she gets in her car. And I was a bit concerned. I'm like, oh, shoot, what is she about to do? And she ends up crashing her car into his. So, here's the thing about this whole Danny situation. Do I think that Tyler took this too far? Absolutely. I think Tyler took this too far in the sense of, we already have Sabrina in jail. I don't need for Danny to be in jail with her. Okay? I don't need them to be prison buddies. I need for all the girls to be out of jail. You know what I'm saying? And also, what's really irritating me, I guess I can say it's about all of Tyler Perry's writing, to be honest, is that I feel like this is a very intense moment and a very serious thing to happen to Danny. And we keep saying things happen back to back to back. And what I mean by that, Danny has found out that her best friend is in jail. And we all know that her and Sabrina are definitely tighter than any of the other ladies that are friends. Because she's not tight like that with Andy. And she's definitely not tight like that with Karen. So her best friend is in jail. She also has to deal with the fact that her ex-boyfriend, okay, because at this point, we're going to call Preston her ex-boyfriend, even though they were never official, partially because of Tyler Perry's writing. Anywho, he has let her know that he's going to go back home to go marry some other chick, as if the whole point of him dating her was just to get a taste of something new. Like, let's really break that down, the whole Preston situation real quick. Preston basically told her he was going to marry another woman who he had been with for years, okay? Since they were in grade school, and this woman loves him to death. But he decided, because after, I guess, he saw Danny at the airport, that made him decide, ooh, let me try some chocolate. Is that where we were going with that, Preston? Because I'm sorry, that whole going to talk to his ex about getting married, and Danny would have been the yes or no in that situation, that pissed me off. It really did, because I feel like that was so out of Preston's character, and Preston has been pretty honest for the most part, but that's a big ass secret to have, because that basically seems like Danny was just something like for you to play with, for you to get a feel out there to see if you even like any other woman besides this chick. So, yeah, she was basically playing second fiddle, and she didn't even know it. But that right there is a whole other story. So, she has all this already going on. And on top of that, Tyler done wrote, oh, we're going to have you actually in an abusive situation to where this man disrespects you, puts hands on you. Like, it's just a lot. I'm sorry, but that is just a lot for one character to handle. And here's another thing that I really hate about this is that there were so many red flags about Jonah that I wish that she would have, picked up on. because Jonah was a walking red flag. He made so many references to them hooking up later, how he was going to go back to her place. He should have never made it to her house. Okay? I'm sorry. He should have never made it all the way to Danny's house. Hell, honestly, I wish that Danny would stop bringing men to her house, period. We don't ever see her go over nobody else's house, but they always got to come to her apartment. Which reminds me, please, do not take this as me blaming a victim at all, but I do feel like there is some accountability in this situation for Danny, because I guess she was trying to, have her hot girl summer, and she was trying to take her mind off of things, but this was not it. Like, this should have been a clear sign. Women, focus on yourself when you need to clear your mind. Do not go out there and try to find some piece of a man to try to please you for 30 seconds. And, you know what I'm saying? You never know what's going to turn out after that. So, nonetheless, let's go ahead and move on to the next scene. Alright, so we get this scene with Andy having a conversation with Karen on the phone. And Karen basically wants Andy to meet up with her at the salon so that they can talk, catch up a little bit, as well as her having a plan that if each one of the girls say that they're going to, look after her, then her mom will get off her back. Because according to Karen, her mom has been doing too much. But I'm just like, Karen, you've literally been on bed rest for 1 or 2 days? And that's the doctor's orders? What is wrong with you? Like, just lay in bed and relax. Chill out, girl. Oh, also, I would like to add that Andy did not let her know that, Sabrina was in jail. She still wants to, keep that close to the chest, because as we know, Karen is supposed to not stress out, and that probably would stress her out, knowing that her friend is in jail. Alright, so then we see Karen and her mama. Her mama is forcing her to eat breakfast, and according to Karen, she's feeling a lot better. I'm like, girl, are you? Because after the other day and how you did not apologize to Fatima, I'm giving you a side eye. So, she also, Karen's mom, she brings up the fact that Fatima had this whole math equation of how you can figure out when this baby was conceived. Now, according to Karen, she knew about this, and she did the math, and that's how she knows that this is Zach's baby. I think it's funny because, please let me know, drop down in the comments, and let me know, did anybody know this math equation prior to these episodes of Sistas? Because I have never heard of this in my life. I mean, I've never had to do these type of calculations to figure out who my baby daddy was because I don't have children. But nonetheless, I don't even know nobody who knows this equation. So let me know if y'all already knew it. Alright, y'all. Now we got to deal with Gary and Andy yet again. And I am so over it. So Gary's laying in the bed. He feels like he should stay there. That is because, him and Andy, they've been messing around. Of course, they are not officially back together, even though that's what he wishes for. And then she tells him that he needs to leave because she doesn't want him in the penthouse by himself. And I'm just like, well, girl, this is what happens when you keep going back to that same old dude, back to back to back, especially considering that he bought you this penthouse. He's going to want to stay there. He wants to move in. So next thing you know, she tells him to go take a shower, right? Y'all, this is the part where I was like, Andy, you're an idiot. So she is flipping through the papers, trying to figure out what him and Hayden have planned, right? But I'm like, Andy, your phone is right there. You should take photos of each paper, and then you can look at this later. Like, it's smarter if you actually have photo proof of what's going on. But, Andy wasn't that bright. So now let me go ahead and slide on over to Zach and Fatima. Because here's my thing. I like Zach and Fatima together. I will say that I feel like since Tyler created Fatima, he doesn't really know what to do with the characters now that we're back to Sistas. To me, that's just what it seems like. Because I'm tired of Fatima not wanting to have conversations with Zach. Like, at some point, I need her to open up and say how she really feels. And not only when it comes to the Karen situation. I need her to be open with him, period. Especially considering, well, I guess because it hasn't happened on Sistas that they're engaged. But, like, even on Fatima, like, she needs to be way more open considering they're engaged over there. But nonetheless, Zach wants to have a conversation with her. Fatima is not interested in talking to Zach about anything because she has meditated and now she's all zen. I call BS. Like, I really want Zach and Fatima to have a heart-to-heart conversation in regards to everything. And what I mean by everything, as far as how she feels, if this is Zach's baby, how will they move forward? How will they incorporate this baby into their life? Zach, are you going to be honest and be like, yeah, I've done some messed up things in my past relationship, but Fatima, I'm not trying to bring that to you. Like, I don't know. I just want there to be some type of open communication with them at some point, because Tyler has pushed them together quite fast, and we never got them having any type of serious conversations, to be honest. But anywho, Zach, he ends up telling her that he wants to take her out on a date and he wants to ask her something. Now, I'm just curious if at this point he's going to ask her to marry him when we already know that that's not how that went down in Fatima. We'll just see what happens, okay? Let's go on to the next scene. So we see Hayden at the office, and Robin happens to tell him to, come see him. He wants to talk to him. So Hayden finds out that Robin knows some people, I guess, in the CIA, and they let him know that, dude, this IP address of who sent that email about Andy sleeping around with the janitor, yeah, that came from you, okay? He knows that it came from Hayden. Hayden's over here lying, talking about some, nah, it ain't for me, it ain't for me. Dude, we know it's from you, okay? So, besides that, you also have Robin telling Hayden, like, listen, she could sue us for this. Like, she could actually sue the company as well as you, to be honest, because you're literally spreading lies about people. Because Robin still thinks that this may be a lie. That, Andy never really messed with, what was his name? The janitor. I can't even think of his name. So, that's where we stand here. But what bothers me is that Robin was like, this is basically Hayden's third strike. And I'm like, well, last time I checked, 3 strikes, you're out. Hayden should be fired by now. Why are we keeping him around? Hayden should have been let go. Now, this next scene I did enjoy watching, and that was Andy shutting Robin down every chance she got, because he ended up coming into her office, and she's like, this is not regarding business, and there's nothing for us to talk about. If this is not regarding business, Robin, there is nothing for us to talk about. And I was like, well, you're getting a taste of your own medicine, Robin. You shouldn't have been so nasty towards Andy unnecessarily. All right, so Fatima comes in, and Andy lets her know that, the judge that her cousin referred her to has not been answering her calls. She hasn't picked up. So she's still trying to get in touch with Sabrina. So Fatima sends her cousin a text. Next thing you know, the lady calls Andy, and Andy now has an appointment to go see Sabrina. I said, okay, great. So she ends up asking Fatima, I guess, how it went at Karen's. And what got me was that, Fatima was like, yeah, it went well or whatever. And how Karen's mom is the truth and how she's this, that, and another. Let me tell you something. Karen's mom ain't too far away from Karen, okay? I don't trust Karen mama. I don't like the way she roll. I think that whole situation was BS, because the only person who really got to express themselves was Karen. Karen was the only one who got to say how she felt, how each man made her feel, and then the fact that she sat up in your face, Fatima, told you to get out of her house and took no accountability for calling you out your name, cursing you out, treating you like garbage, okay? And then on top of that, she didn't even apologize at the fact that she knew that that's not where Aaron got that information from. Like, there are so many things that Karen should be apologizing for. How did you think that went well? Please let me know, Fatima, how you thought that went well. So, we do see that Andy has called, what's her name? Danny. She's been calling Danny at least 2 or 3 times at this point. She's trying to get in touch with her. Danny is not picking up. So then we jump on over to Hayden and Gary. They have this conversation because now Hayden realized that he may be in trouble because Robin now knows that he's the one who sent that email. Literally, the only thing that I can agree on within this scene with Gary and Hayden was when Gary told Hayden that he talks too much. I said, yes, he definitely talks too much, and I'm over Hayden. Like, his obsession with Fatima, him trying to, like, go after Robin at this point, like, dude, find something else to do. Alright, y'all, so we get this scene with Karen at the salon, and Andy ends up stopping by. The only thing that's interesting about this is the fact that her mom actually decided to let her, stay at the salon, and as long as her friends check in on her, everything is good, because also the accountant, as her mother calls him, aka Aaron, he's going to be checking in on Karen, and that's okay with her. I'm like, you just sat up in the bed with your daughter and said, this man seems too good to be true. You're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Something's off about him. Karen sat up in this man's face, told him she ain't in love with him. Hell, she hope he ain't the damn baby daddy. Why are you having him check on your daughter? Like, make that shit make sense. Am I crazy, y'all? Or is this stupid? Like, this storyline is completely stupid. Aaron should be getting the fuck on at this point. He should not be trying to deal with Karen, checking on her, and all this other BS that Tyler is writing. Nonetheless, that's where we at with this. Oh, also, her mom needs to go work at the VA or whatever she was supposed to be doing. So that's why she can't look after her daughter no more. Bye, Lisa. Oh, also, I just want to say that it's crazy to me how Pam has been running the shop. The shop looked good. And Karen is still coming at her on a slick. Like, I hate the way Karen treats Pam. As if Pam is so much less than her. Karen, get over yourself. But let's go ahead and move on. Alright, y'all. So now we see Danny. She is appearing at the office. Or should I say Andy's office. Y'all, she has sunglasses on. She has her work outfit on. I don't know if this was like after she did a shift at work. I don't know. But I'm just like, girl, you were just in like your robe. Out of all the clothes that you could have put on, you put on that goddamn work outfit. I'm confused. But, whatever. Danny ain't got no other clothes besides that damn airlines outfit that she got. But, we're going to keep that where that's at. So, like I said, Danny has shown up. She's looking for Andy. Andy's not there because she was just with Karen. So, she ends up asking about Fatima. Fatima finally comes out because Fatima was trying to figure out why is she even asking for me. We ain't really friends like that. You know what I'm saying? And clearly you can see that there is something wrong with Danny. So Andy finally arrives and Danny is completely shaken. Now, Andy thinks that she's shaking because of the Sabrina situation, but no, she actually confesses that she needs a lawyer because she killed him. She killed someone. As we know, she's referring to Jonah, and I'm just like, damn, Tyler, you killed the man too? Shit, he could have at least just been in critical condition. God. So, that was pretty much the end of the episode. Like I said, Tyler has hit Danny back to back to back with intense situations, and I'm just like, I don't know how she gonna make it out of this without going to jail. But we shall see. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. And I'm going to go ahead and post my review for the next episode right behind this one. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Bye, guys.